right, good morning, everyone. This is the regular scheduled Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Wednesday, April 2nd. Can we get a roll call on members, please?
Mayor Land,
Here.
Betsy Barnes,
Here.
Bob Clemens,
Here.
Jim Crook, Billy Gomez, all present, Mayor.
Okay, we do have a full quorum. First on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the prior meeting, which was held on Thursday, March 20th.
So moved.
Motion to approve
Second, Mayor.
and a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Addition to new items, we do not have any this morning. Our special recognition employee of the month, so the selected employee is actually on vacation. So we are going to defer this so that employee can be present at the next Board of Works meeting. But thank you very much, Mary, for making time to be the photographer for today. So we'll defer that until next Wednesday, or I'm sorry, next week. Nothing on the presentations. Number one on the rolled and deferred business, utility update. Al, great timing.
Perfect.
Morning.
Morning.
Give you an update on your water and wastewater utilities. So on our phase 4 water main looping project, we did get permission back from the state revolving loan fund for the change order. The change order has been revised to eliminate the cleaning component, which was ineligible. They indicated it was an operation maintenance item, not an improvements item. I should have that change order here today in front of you. With the exception of the cleaning item. That change order was approved prior, so I'm just asking for it to be reapproved with the elimination of the cleaning component.
Okay, is that change order number 12?
Yes.
Okay. So you'd be looking for the board's approval to accept the amended change order number 12.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Al. So we'll bring this to the board for questions of Al or action.
So moved on that as presented.
Mayor, some motion to approve the amended change order.
I'll second.
And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. We did have a flurry of PER submittals. The PERs were due yesterday, April 1st, and we submitted ours on Friday. So we had 3 preliminary engineering reports that we submitted for funding this next fiscal year. One was the lead service line project, the second lead service line project, and the second was the 24-inch water transmission main to the new wastewater treatment plant. So that 24-inch water supply line project, we did have the archaeological study performed. It came back with no findings. So we're proceeding, finalizing that design, making it ready for bid so it can be awarded late fall this year. The lead service line replacement project, the second round has been submitted. We'll see if we receive the same type of subsidized funding as the first and then decide how to proceed. The first project bid and the bid openings occurred on, I believe it was March 31st. We had 2 bidders and those bids are under review, but the bids were competitive. All the work totaled, I believe, $4.5 million. And we have around $3.7 million to spend on construction. So we'll be coming back next meeting with a recommendation for award. Moving on to your existing wastewater treatment plant. The contractors reached substantial completion. We're in the process of going through the punch list now to assign values to the punch list. There's a change order being presented. This change order is for a contract extension to cover the skylight replacement, the RAS pump replacement, and weather dependent leak testing. This is pretty much just getting us up to the date of substantial completion. So it's cleaning up the contractual completion date. So that change order is for $0. It adds 64 days to substantial completion, 21 days to final completion. We are substantially complete. Again, it's just bringing us up to current. So I'd like to request that that change order be processed.
So the change order does not involve any money. It's the days of completion and so forth.
Just the days of completion.
Okay.
yes.
Okay, thanks, Al. We'll bring that to the board for questions of Al or action.
So move on the change order as presented.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second. And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, the related project, the Western County Lift Station and CSO 04 improvements. Really, it's complete. We're just performing a warranty repair on the ozone system. The Downtown Interceptor project, it's been out to bid for a while. We had a 2-month bid period because it's such a large project. Bid opening is anticipated on the 14th. We've been receiving questions. We've issued an addenda identifying contractor questions, engineer responses as items of clarification on Friday. Most likely we'll issue another addenda this Friday and bids, and hopefully we'll get good bids.
Al, does that look like you're doing pretty good on that situation, on those, on this situation you're just talking about?
On the Downtown Interceptor,
Yeah,
seems to be a very clean project. We haven't gotten a lot of questions of substance.
when did you say that's gonna start?
Well, the bids will open on the 14th, and then it depends upon the closing date that's provided to us from State Revolving Loan Fund. Typically, you see somewhere around June, July closing date, so I would guess early to midsummer.
Does that sound like it's, that's doable at the starting date?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Al. Thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
Okay. For your wastewater treatment plant, we have completed preliminary design. Those drawings have been provided to staff. We're giving them a little bit of time to review, and then we'll schedule a review meeting, review the updated cost estimates, compare it to planning level, and see if everything's in order, any changes they want to have made. And then we'll bring that to a final design and make it ready to bid this fall. Your last project is your 3 lift stations and force mains, and we're pretty much in limbo on those, but we do have some time. We have 1 property that we're still trying to acquire. Any questions regarding your wastewater projects?
Al, in your packet, you had, just want to make sure we're not missing it. The utility fund, the loan draw number 6 for $60,184.17. You want to present that to the board today, or?
Let's defer that till next meeting. I don't have record of it, so I would rather defer it.
Okay, all right. Any questions of Al?
We have a motion to defer it or
We
no?
need a motion for his. It's not on the agenda. Okay. Okay, thank you, Al. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Number 2, electrical and gas utility easement for T-Mobile water tower location. Alex?
Mayor, we need one more deferral on this. We're in there still looking at locations of where the current gas and electric utilities are located on the site. They plan to get that to us this week. Our final review on it next week.
All right, so this one, we need a motion to defer to the next meeting.
So move. As presented.
Okay.
So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 3, request approval to release bond for boring work throughout the city.
Thank you.
Doug?
Request the board to approve release of a $5,000 bond for boring work.
Based on Doug's request, we'll bring this to the board for questions of him or action.
So move, Mayor.
I'll second. We have a motion to approve the release and a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 4, request approval of Regency Fairways Phase 1 bond extension. Doug?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. We're looking for approval to extend a maintenance bond in the amount of $76,170.25 for Regency Fairways Phase 1 bond.
Thank you, Doug. Bring this one to the board too.
So move.
A motion to approve the extension. We have a second
Second.
and a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Doug. Number 1, under new business, agreement between the city of Crown Point and the town of Sherrville regarding water and sewer regulatory territories. Alex?
Thank you, Mayor. This board may recall the city council had passed the ordinance that established our water and wastewater territories for the city of Crown Point's service area. This agreement basically just defines that area with regard to the portion that abuts the town of Sherrville. And so those discussions were had. Sherrville would service a certain area, the city would service the remaining area adjacent to that as described in the agreement. So all that agreement does is put in writing that the parties have agreed that this is the areas they would independently service.
So as Alex said, so it's been great dialogue between the two municipalities on making sure both sides come out a winner on this. So credit to community leaders of Sherrville too for working with us. I'll bring this to the board for questions of Alex or action.
Alex, can I say something? Alex, on that thing, I know that we talked about that at the council. Is it to our benefit for what we're doing with them, or is it to their benefit?
I think it's to both parties' benefit. I mean, it just establishes a line or an area that says, okay, from this intersection or this road, this direction, Sherrville, you'll service it. From this way to the south and to the east, Crown Point, you'll service it. And so it's mutually beneficial.
Will it be?
Yeah.
And I know you talked about that, Mayor.
Yeah, we've had definite communications with the town.
I don't have any problem with that.
No. Okay.
So moving.
All right. So we have a motion to approve. A second. And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Thank you, Alex. Number 2, request approval of a new health program called the Good Samaritan. Mary Marvin?
This is gonna be in addition to what we already offer our employees. Soon, if you'd like to talk about it, we do have a handout in front of you, which is an enhancement to what we already offer. Nobody has to take it, but we will offer to.
Okay, thanks, Karen. Rick, can you hear us? Yeah. Wait, is he on mute? If you can hear us, Rick, you're on mute. All right, how about now? Well, while we work on that connection, you want to explain a little bit, Karen?
Well, what we have is we have some employees with $5 claims. We have $5,000 in their HSA claims, which is deductible. A lot of people get to save their $5,000. They don't have it with trying to balance a little bit with those employees. This is called the Samaritan Fund. And it's able to let people hold on to their own money. If they, whatever their deductible is, city will do that. And so very well taken care of. They get debit cards for all the expenses. We're talking more high dollar things and things to see a lot. So it could be a win-win for someone who don't have to do it. It's an enhancement. I did talk to PDA, how that a lot of municipalities.
So as Karen said, so HR, Karen and Katie and Rick have been working on this for many, many months to get us to this point. So it's just another, as Karen said, program to offer our employees. It's an elected one, but it's something that if it can benefit any of our employees, I'm all for trying to introduce it and have that as an option for them. So the first step would be for the board to approve it because we would need it to add it to our healthcare plan. Rick, one last time, you there? I think Karen did. I think you did a good job. Katie, you don't have anything to add? Where's Katie? Oh,
But the only thing is, like Karen said, was it's really gonna be beneficial for our employees and help our bottom line because we're helping to pull some of these high dollar claims being self-insured onto another fund and not wipe out our self-insured fund. And again, it's just an offering, and none of our employees have to take it, but they do have to qualify to be on it. So any of those high dollar claims, people that are dealing with illnesses have the ability to get some help without wiping out their HSA account. We're also helping the city maintain our self-insured fund.
we did do like an initial presentation to this at one of our lunch and learns for all the employees that this is might be coming down the pipe. We're still working on it. So, and I think the plan is to have a special enrollment period just for this program.
We'll have another lunch and learn in May, and it has to be an open enrollment to offer it to every employee.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you. Well, thank you to Rick, but Katie and Karen for really running with this. So I'll bring it to the board then for any questions of HR or action on the proposed program.
There's no cost to this?
Oh, the cost would be, I won't say no, but I'll use an example. Say we have someone that's lasered in, they have a sick child or a spouse, they're lasered in at $2 million. That means we have to pay the first $2 million before a reinsurance.
Okay.
Because they just paid the claims. So their premium would probably be about $50,000, but look at how much it saves us, $2 million. So in the long run, we're ahead. They would get a debit card, they would get a gas card. These people would be very well taken care of. Also, since it's only 6 months that they would be on this plan if they choose to, if January 1st, they don't like it, they come back on.
Good point.
So it's just, it would be a huge savings to the city if someone with high dollar claims would take it, but there's no force to anybody to take it.
Voluntary.
Right. And that, I'm just doing an estimate, like a $2 million thing, if we have somebody that's a lot less, maybe we're not gonna have to pay $3,000 or $4,000 for them to be on the Samaritan plan, but then, again, they save their HSA dollars and we save a lot. And then we're moving to that.
So we need
Motion.
a motion, yeah. We have a motion to approve the program. Do we have a second? And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passes. Thank you, Karen, Katie. Okay, miscellaneous. David, you got some news coming out of the clerk's office.
I do, yeah. As of yesterday, some exciting news. So in the state of Indiana, the Indiana League of Municipal Clerks and Treasurers are the ones in our state that provide the training sessions in schools for clerk treasurers and their staff deputies. And yesterday in our state, 8 accreditations were recognized and 5 of them were with our city. So we're very proud of that. This comes from attending training sessions and going through tests and all that through time. And yesterday, Julie Hybretter, senior supervisor downstairs, and myself received the Indiana Accredited Municipal Clerk Advanced and 3 new ones, the Indiana Accredited Municipal Clerk accreditations go to Ashley Malloy, Brittany Benak, and Elise Buddy. So we're very proud.
All right, great
I'll
job.
make that announcement. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. And I know nobody's here, but fantastic work.
Mm.
Thanks for sharing. That. Good. Okay, our next regular scheduled meeting be Wednesday, April 16th at 11 a.m. And we need a motion to adjourn. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an eye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.